I think I look back at it now, it's fairly obvious. If you're in a relationship and you're liking other girls' photos, even though in your head you're like, it's nothing, I think I underestimated how
really
much damage that would be for her. Because obviously, if she's scrolling social media and she sees that I've liked a photo of a girl who's, you know, maybe she's like half naked or whatever, like, of course she's not going to like that. And then I'm kind of thinking, oh, it's not that bad. But then if she does the same thing and likes a picture of a topless guy, I'm like, I'll flip out. I'll go crazy. So it's very important to put myself in their shoes. And I've understood that if you are in a relationship in real life, you have to be in a relationship on social media as well.
Absolutely. And it would cost you nothing to not tap and save your relationship a lot. It would cost you nothing. It's not a big ask. But men don't like to feel like they're being controlled. They're like, oh, you're just being controlling. You're being insecure. You're being this. You're being that. But I always say women who post provocative pictures and men who like provocative pictures, are you being insecure? Or are you recognizing that it is a invitation for something that you don't want to invite into your relationship? And it would cost you nothing to just not tap. So that's why I recommend just avoiding it.
But what about following people of the opposite sex?
If they're your friends, there's no problem. But if
you
it's
said
random,
you said I can't be friends with women.
Yeah, okay. If they're random, there's no need. Why?
Yeah.
Especially if it's a profile like yours.
If we're in a relationship and then I follow somebody who is maybe in your industry, like a female role model who you respect.
Yeah. Then I think women don't mind so much when they see who you're following is kind of similar to them. They don't mind as much. But when it's the exact opposite, I know girls who've actually gone out and got surgery because their man was following a bunch of girls that had a particular surgical procedure. So you have no idea the damage it causes women. I know so many women who've gone out and got lip filler because their partner was following girls out or gone, and that's just nothing. Imagine the surgeries, the amount of surgeries women have got because their partner kept following girls that look a certain way, tattoos and this, they've done so much damage. So what you think is small is actually having a huge impact. So why not just avoid it? If it's so small, just stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
Yeah, I think, I guess if you're young, you end up making these mistakes and hopefully you learn from them. Hopefully if you're watching this, you don't make the same mistakes, which I do.
Yeah.
There's been some unfortunate circumstances where I literally just cannot believe the timing sometimes.
Yeah.
So I will be, I'm with my partner scrolling through social media and then a message pops up from a girl saying, "You have a girlfriend, question mark.
And did you know this girl or no?
Literally, I think I'd messaged her like 6 months ago, like barely, like no conversation. But because it popped up
wrong timing.
instantly, they're like, who's that? Why is she asking that?
Yeah,
like all these questions.
Yeah.
And there's been so many scenarios where there is genuinely nothing going on.
Yeah.
But because they see it, they just can't forget about it and they will assume the worst.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
You know, sometimes I'm almost afraid to get my Instagram out in front of my partner when I'm with them, because there might be a girl who I was seeing a year ago.
Yeah, who might randomly.
Who might be like, you know, because this happens sometimes, if I post a picture and like I'm looking good in that picture on my story, people are going to reply to it and I can't control those messages popping up, particularly if I've already had some sort of a conversation with them in the past.
Right.
So I feel like that's kind of out of my control.
I don't recommend ever like being secretive or like, I also don't think that you should go through each other's phone or not. But usually women feel more insecure, and men, when they don't feel as loved. When you take effort to make quality time, give them attention, they can see stuff like that and feel okay. But when they felt like they haven't heard from you the whole day, you haven't had one-to-one time in a while, you've been on your phone the whole day, that message can ignite something. So I always think the cure to insecurity is connection. Spend quality time, no phones, just me and you, she'll be calm. They're like babies. Just give them a bit of attention and love.
This is something as well which has definitely been a bit of an issue. Because of my job and what I do, I need to be messaging my team, or I need to be on, I mean, I would admit the majority of the time on social media, I don't need to be on social media, but I do need to go there and post. And then if people asking questions, I need to reply. So I think definitely I need to make more of an effort when I'm with my partner to
undivided attention,
put the phone away.
And
because
the thing is,
even if you're at dinner, if you get your phone out and you start going on it, then it automatically gives the impression that you're boring.
Yeah.
This is more interesting.
And the thing is, if you just give undivided attention in the first 25 minutes, you can do what you want for the next hour. You just got to see it as an investment. It will pay off. You just give her undivided attention and then you can relax. But when she hasn't got it, she becomes difficult. She becomes itching, pulling for your attention, and then you withdraw, and it's just a cycle. So just give it to her.